Hi there, Brenna Baucum with Collective Wealth Planning. A common question that I hear from Oregon PERS members is, can I retire, still work for a public employer, and keep collecting my pension? The short answer is yes, but there are some rules and important details to understand, and I'm going to talk all about that in this video. In 2020, Senate Bill 1049 made it possible for most Oregon PERS retirees to work an unlimited number of hours for a PERS participating employer while still collecting their pension. That's a lot of P's. PERS participating pension. The flexibility was originally temporary in nature, but there was a follow-up law, House Bill 2296, that made it extend through 2034. So, yes, if you are retired, you're considering going back to work with a public employer, a lot of folks call that a work back, you can usually do that and keep receiving your pension payments as long as you meet a couple of conditions. The key one is that you will need to have retired at normal retirement age, with 30 years of service if you're general service, or 25 if you're police and fire. And if that's the case, if you're considered normal retiree according to PERS, then you can work as much as you want without interrupting your pension benefits. If you retired early, it's a little bit of a different story. You'll need to take a 6-month break from all PERS participating work before you're eligible for unlimited hours. And if you don't take that 6-month break, you are limited to working about 1,000 hours if you're Tier 1, 2, and just under 600 hours for OPSRP. And if you go over those limits, your pension could stop, and you might even have to pay the benefits you weren't technically eligible for back from that time. So as you can imagine, that causes some real headaches, very, very much worth paying attention to. So let's talk about the IAP, the Individual Account Program. When you retire from PERS, you're required to roll that account out of PERS. So most folks move that into an IRA or maybe their Oregon Savings Growth Plan. You can also take it as a lump sum or installment payments too through PERS. But it's important to know that if you go back to work after you retire, the IAP doesn't restart, right? You've already rolled that over or out. So you're not making new contributions to it. Your employer isn't making new contributions to it. You're still technically retired in the eyes of PERS, even if you're back on payroll. One more piece of the puzzle is Social Security. So if you're collecting Social Security before your full retirement age, there's an earning limits that you need to be aware of. That's true whether you work for a PERS participating employer or not, right? So for 2025, you can earn up to $23,400 without reducing your benefit if you're claiming before full retirement age. If you hit full retirement age this year, that limit is a little over $62,000. But that only applies to the income earned before your birthday month. So once you hit full retirement age, there's no income limits at all. So there's kind of this tiered structure of how Social Security income is impacted by your other income that you might be earning. So you can earn after full retirement age, you can earn as much as you want without impacting your Social Security benefit. So your earnings, they don't affect your PERS pension in this scenario, but they can affect Social Security if you're under that threshold. So as you can tell, there's a lot of nuance here, so please proceed with caution and meet with a financial advisor before you make decisions here. The last thing I wanted to touch on is that even though PERS rules allow unlimited hours, your employer might have their own set of policies. So some employers are going to limit how many hours you can work or how many months you can be there post-retirement. Others might only have certain types of roles for retirees, so make sure you're checking with the HR department on logistics before you jump back into a role. So, in summary, yes, you can usually work after retiring from Oregon PERS and still collect your pension, but like most things in retirement planning and financial planning generally, it depends on the timing and the structure and your goals. If you're considering a work-back arrangement or just exploring how working in retirement, or maybe not working in retirement, fits into your bigger financial picture, I would love to be a resource for you. Feel free to reach out to me anytime. I'll put my contact information in the description below. Thanks for watching.